podcast. Today we are learning about refraction of light at play. First of all, what is refraction? The phenomenon of the change in direction of the light at the interface of two media is known as refraction. It is a result to the change in speed of light at the interface. The phenomenon of the change in the direction of light at the interface of two media is known as refraction. Okay guys, second I have shown the example. Take a beaker and pour full of water. Now keep the coin in the beaker. After that, see how in the figure, see like that. Now you can see the coin is floating on water at upwards. True position of the coin appears to be up. This is called refraction. Then we will talk about refractive index. The ratio of speed of light in vacuum to speed of light in the medium is defined as refractive index, N. It is called the absolute refractive index. Mathematically, it is represented as follows. Absolute refractive index equals to speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in medium. N equals to C by V. Okay students, it is a dimensional quantity and gives an idea of how fast or slow the light travels in a medium. The refractive index of various materials is given below in the table. Okay. Next, we see the table. Material. Water refractive index is 1.33. Diamond refractive is 2.42. Ice refractive index is 1.31. Air refractive index is 1.0003. And benzene refractive index is 1.50. Diamond have more refractive index and water have less refractive index. Ice have water than less than, ice is less than 1.31 refractive index. Now we see the image of refractive index. When the light ray passing through interface, then it changes to normal theta 2. Next, total internal reflection. In physics, complete reflection of a ray of light within a medium such as water or glass from surrounding surfaces back into the medium. The phenomenon occurs if the angle of incidence is greater than a certain limiting angle, called the critical angle. I will ask one question. What is total internal reflection? Before only I said the phenomenon in which the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, resulting in the light being reflected into the denser medium at the interface, is known as the total internal reflection. I have shown the image before image. When coin is inserted in a beaker, we can see it by the straight line. The coin is appeared as coin is floating on a water. Now we talk about Snell's law. Snell's law tells us the degree of refraction and the relation between the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction and refractive insides of a given pair of media. We know that light experiences the refraction of being when it travels from one medium to another medium. Snell's law predicts the degree of the blend. It is also known as the law of refraction. In 1621, Willibald Snell discovered the law of refraction, hence called Snell's law. Snell's law is defined as the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. Snell's law formula is expressed as sin I by sin r equals to constant equals to mu n after n1 sin theta 1 equals to n2 sin theta 2. The normal on the surface is used to gauge the angles that the refracted ray creates at the contact point n1 and n2 are the two different mediums that will impact the refraction theta 1 is the angle of incidence, theta 2 is the angle of refraction. Then I have shown the image. Snell's law, n1 sin theta 1 equals to n2 sin theta 2. Snell's law formula is derived from Fermat's principle. Fermat's principle states the light travels in the shortest path that takes the least time. Light travels in the shortest path that takes least time. Within the least time, the light travels in the shortest path. Where I is the angle of incidence and R is the angle of refraction. This constant value is called refractive index of the second medium with respect to first. Okay friends, we will talk about applications of Snell's law formula in real life. Snell's law has a wide range of applications in physics, especially in the branch of optics. It is used in optical apertures such as eyeglasses, contact lens, cameras, rainbows. There is an instrument called refractometer that uses Snell's law to calculate the refractive index of liquids. It is used all the time in the candy making industry. Next we talk about mirage. A mirage is a natural occurring optical phenomenon in which light rays beyond viva refraction to produce a displaced image of distant objects or the sky. The word comes to English viva of the French mirage from the Latin mirae. The example, the hot air, cool air is presented in the middle, hot air is presented near down. The hot air and cool air, direct side to sky. We see the direct side to sky. Light ray from sky, it bends towards the cool air and we see the sky. That's why we can see the water on the roads. This is called mirage. Now we will talk about glass slab. Light traveling from glass slab. When light rays traveling through air enters glass slab, they get refracted and bent towards the normal. Now the direction of refracted ray changes again when it comes out of the glass slab into air. Since the ray of light I know traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Friends, you know about optical fibers. Optical fibers have changed our lifestyle. Without any big wires, we are using thin wires with light rays. Optical fibers communication. This was invented by Aravind Sanjay. The whole world is now using with optical fibers communication, internet with oceans. Okay friends, thanks for watching. Please subscribe our Edu with Rio.